Thank you very much, Chair. Just a follow-up on the Adams complaint. So, are you aware, Chief of Staff, that Mr. Adams opened the case on the 28th of October 2024 in Cape Town and later opened another case on the 30th of October in 2024 in Gauteng? So, it's just in between less than 2 days. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not.
I put it to you that the complaint, there is a less than 48 hours complaint. The complaint you're talking about that there was delayed investigation and there was interception. So do you think the complaint is reasonable given these facts?
When I'm looking to the complaint itself, it does not give an indication to me receiving a complaint about those time factor. It only referred to case numbers, of which case numbers you wouldn't know when was it registered. But to comment as a detective myself, or as a trained police officer myself, to comment on that, when the case is registered at the charge office, you come, you lay a complaint and it gets registered. You are not expecting results of your case in less than 2 days or less than 24 hours. But you will expect that Cedric Nkabinde is an investigating officer of my case, a person that I can make a follow-up on. So if instead of your case is allocated to the detectives and it's intercepted, it's been removed, it raises red flags. Why it's not allocated? It's just a comment as my experience as a police officer.
Thank you, Chair. We will pursue the matter further later.
Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. No, I wanted to check with Mr. Nkabinde. He said the complainant had lost confidence in the National Commissioner. So I wanted to check, did the complainant liaise directly with the National Commissioner before sending the complaint to the National Commissioner's office? And if so, how many times did he liaise with the National Commissioner? And which mode of communication did he use to liaise with the National Commissioner?
Thank you, Chair. When we receive complaints, like any other complaints, you treat it as you received. I never interrogated. First of all, I did not even know Mr. Adams. So I never even interrogated and asked him, if you are now showing a loss of confidence in the National Commissioner as you are alleging, what made you to do that? What happened? I just treat the complaint as it is and channel it to the relevant people. Like when it comes to complaints, Chairperson, we receive more than 100 complaints almost per day. For you is to read, refer to the Hawks, refer to IP, refer to the National Commissioner. So you don't, because you don't also want to get into the space where you now literally investigate a matter as a office of the minister.
Yeah, my question premises from the proposition that you have made, that in fact you were convincing the committee that you could see that this person has lost confidence in the National Commissioner. Now, the impression that you gave to me is that this person has attempted not once, not twice, to engage the National Commissioner or to raise his complaints with the National Commissioner with no success. Hence, I'm asking, because you can't just throw statements with no supporting evidence. Hence, I'm asking, what makes you to arrive to that conclusion that he lost confidence in the National Commissioner? Did he try to speak to the National Commissioner? If yes, how many times? Because you can't lose confidence in person you have never spoken to.
Thank you, Chair. The nature of a complaint, the content of his email, it was suffice that he's indicating that he's now lost confidence because he even saying if indeed the National Commissioner's position is compromised. So now he's alleging that he does not trust now anything from the National Commissioner because he's alleging that he's compromised. But I did not interrogate it further because I don't even know Mr. Adam at that stage. I did not even call him and say, why you are saying National Commissioner is compromised? On what basis? I could not do that because also at the office of the ministry, we also avoid to enter into the space of operational matters. You rather refer, then they give a report.
So following what you have just said, we should take such remarks to be his assertions, and you don't have ownership of them. That's what he said, and it remains his assertions.
That is correct, Chair.
Okay, no, thanks, Chair.
You pass the microphone to Honorable Skosan.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, earlier, if you remember, we spoke about iPad, that they are independent. Sure. They are not like they are not like SAPS in particular. Hence, the honorable member complained about the National Commissioner. Now, it's evident. I mean, today we know that, as he said to you, that he doesn't have any confidence to the National Commissioner. Though, as my colleagues has already spoken about, when the case was opened, in 2 days' time, after opening the case here, it was opened in Gauteng. Now, I understand that, as you said, you are a trained policeman as well. But don't you find it strange yourself? Let me start there.
In terms of timelines, based on this complaint, there is no indication when these dockets were registered. I don't have that because the complaint is just in reference to the case numbers. So with the case number, you can't deduce when was this case registered.
So he never divulged that he opened a case 2 days earlier.
He never, because we never spoke. He's just sent them an email.
Now okay. Perhaps this will come, Chair, when we are asking questions, because really it's a concern that honorable member, without even talking to the National Commissioner, he cast aspersions and lost confidence in the National Commissioner. Hence, he came direct to you, and knowing that iPad reports directly to the minister. The independent story is a debate for a later stage. Thank you, Chair.
May we proceed, SC?
Thank you, Honorable Chair, Honorable members. Can I, the next few questions, Mr. Nkabinde, I'm going to refer to this exhibit bundle, which you've got. It's marked page 267 through to 308.
I do have.
You've got it?
Yes, I got it.
Now, the first reference is at page 283. And if you go to the bottom, you'll see that email from Sakina Frenchman, email dated 1 November, addressed to the minister.
Yes.
And you'll see the case dockets referred to. And then in the middle, or towards the top, the second email is from yourself to Major General Sabola and Brigadier Letoko. Good morning, Major General Sabolo. The ministry has received this complaint from the Member of Parliament. In order for the ministry to respond accordingly, please furnish this office with a report responding to this complaint and the details of the investigating officer who was assigned. Your report is expected on Monday, the 4th of November, 2024 at 1500 hours.
That's correct.
Now, if you go to MK15 and to page 273, that's the information note that was sent to the National Commissioner Inspectorate. Sorry, the page reference is 285. My apologies.
Okay.
It's to the minister, and this is from the Inspectorate. Now, I've read this to you previously.
Yes.
The point I want to make is that this report you'll see on page 287. And it's dated the 4th of November, 2024.
That's correct.
That's exactly the request. Let's call it that. The request you made is that you want a report by the 4th of November. So it says, this office recommends that an extension of 10 days is provided in order for the following to be conducted, whereafter a comprehensive report can be provided. And it is also signed by the minister on the 8th of November.
I can see it.
Yeah. So first things first, the cases that are referred to, if you look at page 268, from the email from Sakina Frenchman on behalf of Honorable Member Fadiel Adams, the case numbers there, Langplata Police Station, and in 3 other cases registered at the Orlando Police Station. If you go to page 275, which forms part of the information note to the National Commissioner, you see that?
Yes, I see it.
They appear to be exactly the same cases.
I can see it.
So help us then understand why you say this complaint you've referred to the Inspectorate, to the National Commissioner, and with respect, given most people's experience, is dealt with relatively quickly, you must admit. You send it on the 1st of November, they come back to you with a report dated the 4th of November, and they say, we still need to interview the complainant, but give us 10 days and we'll give you a more comprehensive report. In relation to the same subject matter, my question to you then still is, why do you then refer the matter to Idac when it is clear from the Inspectorate in their report to the National Commissioner that the matter is being dealt with and that you must give them an extra 10 days?
Chair, to make it clear with this and make it honorable member to understand. Yes, these are in relation to the same case numbers. These are in relation to the same case numbers. But Inspectorate does not investigate crime. Inspectorate does not investigate criminal matter or a criminal docket. The function of the Inspectorate is to investigate any service delivery complaints when a person is not happy with a service delivery that has to be rendered to him. Now, if I can make an example, Chair. I'm here, someone come and assault me. Or a member of parliament come and assault me. I'm just making an example.
That's not a good example.
And then you go and open an assault case at the police station. It does not mean that if I report the member to the ethics committee, the assault case as a criminal docket must not be investigated. So it's a similar question here. There is nothing wrong with what Inspectorate is doing. They are doing very good to check why these dockets were intercepted, why there was such a delay to allocate an investigating officer to these cases. Was there any possible corruption? Was there any possible defeating the ends of justice? Because Inspectorate does not investigate criminal matters. It's only detectives that investigate criminal matters. So now, while this process is ongoing, there is nothing wrong also to ensure the criminal docket is get investigated. That's what was my understanding, Chair. Because the process of Inspectorate should not hinder the process of investigating this case. So it's just a parallel process, which it can even go parallel.
But with respect, Mr. Nkabinde, far from hindering the complaints process, the investigating process, the Inspectorate tells you, because I'm sure you'll agree with me, they play also a screening role, because now they say, well, we first have to interview the complainant, after which presumably it will be farmed out to the correct unit to deal with it. But besides that, Mr. Nkabinde, you make a request short of a demand to the National Commissioner in your email that I read to you on the 1st of November, and you say, can we please get a report from you by the 4th of November? And they do that.
Yes, of a service complaint, not a criminal docket investigation.
So on what basis do you then take this matter, knowing that the police are dealing with the
That will
matter.
be defeating, Chair. You can't because a service delivery complaint is being dealt with, then the criminal case must not be investigated. It can't be, that's a defeating.
Well,
Because the Inspectorate does not investigate criminal matters.
if you look
In fact, Inspectorate should just get copies of those dockets and investigate their service delivery complaint and let the docket criminally get investigated. So you cannot now, if Inspectorate will take 3 months, I'm just making an example, to investigate the service delivery complaint. It can't be correct that for the next 3 months, the criminal matter is not get investigated. I'm not defending why even Adams laid a complaint or what. I'm just in principle and general practice that I treated this matter as a 2 separate matters.
Mr. Nkabinde, I don't understand why you distinguish between a service delivery complaint. Where's a case number which says this is a service delivery complaint case number?
It
so-
can't have a case number.
No, it can't,
Yes,
exactly.
it can't have a case
It's
number.
the 4 or 6 cases that Mr. Adams had complained about. I mean, it's clear from the information note, and it's also clear from your own.
Hence, I'm saying, Chair,
Can I just
Okay, thank you.
complete my point? Your annexure CMN 5 is the complaint or the referral to Idac. Can we agree that the case or the cases that are referred to are exactly the same?
yes, the case is the
They're
same
exactly the same.
in different
So-
processes,
so-
yes.
So what's the difference?
The difference, Inspectorate is dealing with a service delivery complaint. The docket has still, even if this docket, if I can make it example easier for you, Chair. Even if these matters were never referred to Idac, say for instance, he never complained about the National Commissioner, another detective should have proceeded to investigate this criminal matter, while Inspectorate is busy investigating service delivery complaints, irrespective of it was referred to Idac.
Now, you were quick to refer Mr. Adams's complaint to the National Commissioner, demanding a response by the 4th of November. If you were minded to regard the complaint as a very serious matter involving corruption, why did you refer it to the National Commissioner? And you've also got, of course, experience as a police officer, knowing that the National Commissioner would refer it to the Inspectorate because that is what they do. He refers complaints to them, isn't it?
Yes, while criminal is being dealt
But-
with.
But you're right, they're not
Yeah.
the ones who are going to deal with the complaint. They will farm it out or refer it to the relevant unit to deal.
No, they don't do that. They don't work like that.
So,
Their job is not to allocate the dockets. Their job is to investigate why the complainant is not satisfied, why his docket were not allocated timelessly. But investigating a case, hence I'm saying, Chair, even if this matter I never referred to to Idac, but these 2 parallel processes would have been done because a detective in Western Cape would have proceeded with investigating this criminal matter, while Inspectorate is busy checking why the complainant is not satisfied with the service delivery.
so why didn't you write to the detectives in the Western Cape and the detectives in Gauteng and say, Honorable Member Adams has referred this matter to us. After he's referred it to you, he's had no joy. can you please deal with the matter?
You-
Why didn't you do that, knowing that there'll be some weight behind your email because you are now writing on behalf of the minister?
You can't do that if a complainant is showing that he lost confidence in the national commissioner. So the moment a person is showing that he does not have confidence in the national commissioner and he's requesting an independent body to investigate his matters, you can't refer it back to the national commissioner.
You see it, I still fail to understand, and with respect, I'm sure that that most people listening or watching would fail to understand why you make a demand of the National Commissioner to respond by the 4th. The Inspectorate, and I'm reading to you from their mandate. Their mandate is, I'm not going to, it's in terms of a national instruction, in terms of the relevant section, is to ensure they are responsible to ensure investigation of specific service complaints, which in their discretion, based on the relevant merits or circumstances, require to be investigated.
That is their job, to investigate
so
service delivery complaints. They do not investigate criminal matters. They do not investigate dockets. In fact, they were not even supposed to uplift those dockets because it's not their job to investigate dockets. If their service delivery complaints is in relation to those dockets, at least what they could do is to make copies of those dockets and carry on to investigate their service delivery complaint while the detective is continuing investigating a criminal matter. Because you cannot, because Inspectorate is dealing with the matter, you cannot hinder the criminal investigation.
It's not hindering the
Can
criminal
we take
investigation.
Honorable Nomvalo?
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, I just want to check. For you to make a determination that a person, any person, not just Mr. Adams, has lost confidence in the National Commissioner, what do you actually ascertain? What makes you to arrive to that conclusion?
It's a content of his email. That's what he said.
So you rely on what he says,
Yes, whether he's true or not, then I can't get involved.
and then you act as such.
Yes.
So if I come to you and say, I've lost confidence in the National Commissioner, do this, you will do it. And you will believe, because once you do as he says, or as he suggests, that means you also believe what he says. And it means for you to believe what he says, you don't need any further verification. You just rely on his words.
In this case, Chair, hence I'm saying we are receiving hundreds of complaints per day. Then you screen them, you refer them accordingly to the relevant authority. So now, each complaint has on its merits. In this one, when I screen this one, the ultimate goal for this person, he wants to see his cases get investigated. That's what he wants to see. And he's requesting that because of whatever he's saying, whether it's true or not, he requests an independent body to investigate.
No, so don't you think that it was not going to, or don't you think that it was going to accord with rationality for you to first ascertain if really attempts were made by this person to address his concerns with the National Commissioner, and the National Commissioner failed to act before you arrive to a conclusion? Because my problem here is that you are taking ownership of this thing. You are saying this person lost confidence and you are owning that assertion. You are not even saying he said he lost confidence. You confidently justify your actions on the basis that, according to you now, you are saying he lost confidence in the national commissioner. So you just relied on what he said. He just said, I lost confidence, and then boom. Yes, he lost confidence, then you acted.
That's what he said. Whether it's true or not, that's what he said. Then I'm referring complaint as I received them according to its merits.
The reason why I'm citing it now is because you are making it a justification for your actions. It's now today in this session, you are saying because he lost confidence, you acted in a manner that you acted. You are not even saying because he said he lost confidence. You are owning it as if you verified that loss of confidence or the reasons for a loss of confidence. So don't you think maybe you should have acted much better by verifying if really this allegation of losing confidence had a foundational reason or a solid foundation? Don't you think maybe you were supposed to engage the National Commissioner to see if really he did not attend accordingly to this complaint? And then you make a conclusion that even after my own assessment, I could really make a determination that really there was a reason to lose confidence here. Don't you think so?
Chair, maybe before I answer, let me clarify this. I'm not saying I refer this thing because the complainant has lost confidence. I want to clarify that that is what he said in his email. I'm not taking an ownership by him losing because I'm not sure whether it's true or false. But when we're receiving complaint, it's highly impossible that I can start do that preliminary investigations because in all the complaints, it's either it's correct or it's true or it's false. You rather refer it where it will get investigated because that will mean not only this one, all the complainer will then need to do a preliminary investigation of which in the office of the ministry, we cannot get into that operational matters.
Yeah, but my problem, I'm not even there. My problem is what you are doing now when you respond to the SC. You are taking ownership. You keep on saying he lost confidence. This person lost confidence, as if really there's something you did to establish that assertion. Whereas you did nothing, you just relied on what he told you and acted according to what he instructed you to do. So that's where my problem is. I'm not blaming you for failing to make a verification, but I'm saying here the mistake you are making is that I'm trying to rescue you, by the way, because you keep on taking ownership of this assertion that was made by him. It's now your assertion. Are you willing to correct it?
No, that's what I'm correcting, Chair, that I acted based on what he was saying in his email. I'm not taking ownership of whether he's correct or he's wrong.
Well, thank you, Chair.
Skhosana.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to be quick, Chair. You know, I know that we have to finish early today. But Mr. Nkabinde, you said you are receiving how many emails a day in your office?
Almost 100.
Are you giving attention?
Average.
Are you giving the attention you gave to Mr. Adams' email, Honorable Adams' email?
If I have my laptop here, you would have seen how many emails referral I made at the same time while I was dealing with that, because that complaint, there's nothing special about it. I don't even know even the merits. What was it for?
Yeah, but
You can
Mr.
even see even it even having a limited information. It's case numbers, unlawfully intercepted, please go and investigate. So there's nothing special about Adam's complaint.
Yeah, but Mr. Nkabinde, you know that it's abnormal. As my colleague has said, Honorable Ngola, that within 2 days, a person open a case in Cape Town, then he goes to Gauteng and open a case. And then that case is referred to a national commissioner. In other words, every citizen, if he's hearing us here, as we speak now, people should send emails when they are not happy to you to give it to the national commissioner for attention. Without any basis. In 2 days' time, I'm saying I'm opening a case. I've opened a case myself. It's 2 years now. I've never bothered the national commissioner about that, about my unhappiness. But a person who opened a case within 2 days is raising that, and you send that to the national commissioner to attend that matter. Is that fair in your view? That for the national commissioner himself, that he must attend every case which people are sending to you, because somebody feels perhaps is an animal farm, is more important than the others. But you said to me, you are getting 100 and your laptop is not here. In other words, all those referrals daily in a month is 3,000 almost. Okay, say 1,000. The national commission must attend to that. And you open a case in your nearest police station. If he's not happy to open a case here in town or wherever he stays, then he will go to Durban next month. They'll run a parallel investigation. It's wasting state money. You can. I'm not condoning what you said, that it can be run parallel. For me, it's bizarre. But anyway, you gave that attention to the national commissioner. But I'm a bit worried the way you are defending this matter, in particular of Honorable Adams. I thank you, Chair. It was a comment.
Honorable Matthews.
Chair, my question is that the witness has indicated he receives hundreds of emails. So can you tell us how many of these, since you've been in office, have you referred to Idac more or less?
This was the first one.
Okay, thank you.
May we proceed, sir?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, the minister, and if you want me to take you there again, I'll take you, on page 288 of that bundle. The minister signs off on the information note. You've seen that.
Yes, I seen it.
And that is on the 8th of November 2024.
That's correct.
What does that indicate to you?
To me, it's indicated that service delivery complaint has been dealt with. That is my indication.
No,
Service delivery complaint has been attended to.
surely is
Then they
indicating,
are requesting extension.
Mr. Nkabinde, surely is indicating that he agrees with the recommendation, which is that an extension of 10 working days is recommended for the following to be conducted: interview with the complainant to obtain a detailed affidavit, perusal of all the criminal dockets, including the Valeria docket, determine if any other government department is investigating the same allegations. That is what the minister is endorsing
Which is
when he
good.
signs. Sorry?
Which is good.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
So
The service delivery
no,
complaint has been attended to.
No,
So why do
no,
you?
no, 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 no. We can't do our business like that. Can we have one speaker at the same time? Yeah? Can we have one speaker at a time? Please. Let's proceed.
So, Mr. Nkabinde, explain why do you, in your referral, which is CMN 5 to Idac, why do you attach, for ease of reference, and I'm reading from your referral, a copy of a written correspondence addressed to the Honourable Minister by Member of Parliament Honourable Fadiel Adams, referring to exactly the same case numbers?
Was it-
You
it's a-
fail, well, the chair said only one of us can speak at a time. You fail to indicate to Idac that the same complaint has been referred to the Inspectorate. The Inspectorate has indicated that they need more time to look into the matter, essentially. The Minister has signed off on it. It seems to me you acted entirely on your own by referring this matter to Idac. And while I'm still speaking, can I ask you, did you look, you couldn't have, did you look into any of these dockets? You
That's
didn't
n-
have them.
That's not my job. We can't look into the docket. We
Well-
refer to the relevant people to look into the docket. And when you're referring to this info note that the minister signed, he did very well to acknowledge the work of the Inspectorate. And if Chairperson, Honorable Senior Counsel is saying why I never indicated to Idac that Inspectorate is dealing with the matter. Idac has nothing to do with Inspectorate, because Inspectorate, they are dealing with service delivery complaint. Hence, I'm saying even if these dockets were not referred to Idac, the investigating officer here in Cape Town would have proceeded to investigate these cases, while Inspectorate is busy investigating service delivery complaints.
Mr. Nkabinde, you obviously didn't look into the docket or the content of the docket, and you rely entirely on an email sent to you and to the minister, isn't it?
Correct?
Make certain allegations that he's reported these cases, you've got a case number, you don't know what's, and he makes allegations of theft, nepotism, and fraud. That's what you sit with. Now, this is what the Inspectorate says. May I refer you to page 290? Complaint against the South African Police Service, allegations of corruption and defeating the ends of justice, complainant F. Adams, MP. In the discussion, they referred to the allegations in the 6 cases. And then this is what they say at paragraph 3.2. The affidavits in the dockets are basic and, in the opinion of this office, lack the elements of a crime. As part of the protocols to address service complaints, an affidavit is obtained from the complainant. Colonel Philip of this office was tasked to obtain the affidavit. However, after numerous attempts, it seems as if the complainant is evading the request. And Colonel Philip's affidavit is attached as proof. Then the recommendation at 4.1, due to the sensitive nature of the allegations, which has been widely announced by the complainant, it is imperative that before any criminal investigation is launched, the office peruse the affidavits to provide a legal opinion on whether the elements of a crime exist and advise on the way forward. So, Mr. Nkabinde, you must accept, not having looked at the you not having looked at the dockets yourself, and given that the Inspectorate themselves had looked at it, and I can refer you to the affidavit of Mr. Faiz Philip on page 292. where he says, as part of my duties, I also assist investigations of service complaints received at Division Inspectorate. I was tasked to assist a service complaint leveled by Ms. Fadiel Adams, MP, wherein he alleged that the SAPS provincial officers had interfered in the investigation of criminal dockets opened at Cape Town Central SAPS and Orlando SAPS. These are exactly the same complaints that you referred. The allegation, I'm quoting him, the allegations contained in the criminal dockets were directed at senior officers attached to the Division Crime Intelligence. So the complaints were viewed with the necessary seriousness. It was referred to an opinion, and the upshot, where's the final? The final opinion in the starts at 293, where the Divisional Commissioner Legal Services, Lieutenant General Chamani, on the 11th of December. So it's moving quite fairly quickly, fairly rapidly.
And I'm very impressed myself.
And this is the opinion. The current information at paragraph 13 on page 296. The current information contained in the dockets is scanty and too vague to formulate charges against any suspects. As a result, legal services is unable to confirm that the required elements of any offense are contained in the dockets. So again, I ask you, Mr. Nkabinde, why could you not wait for the outcome of this process before rushing off to Idac on the 11th of November?
Because these are different processes.
I fail to understand the difference. It's
The difference
same,
is,
it's the same dockets.
can proceed.
Okay, you talk.
The difference is, Chairperson, inspectorates are dealing with service delivery complaints. They are not investigating criminal matters. So criminal matters has to proceed to get investigated, irrespective of it's been referred to Idac or not referred to Idac. But it has to be investigated. Hence, I made a very a clear example, Chairperson, that if I report a member of parliament to ethics committee, that has nothing to do with a criminal matter of an assault case. You cannot now say why Cape Town Central are investigating assault because ethics committee is busy with that. Those are two separate processes. It's exactly the same as this one. What you are reading there, I'm also impressed. They are doing very good when it comes to service delivery complaints. But there's nothing stopping me to refer the matter to the relevant so that criminal investigation gets started as well.
So what would you call the inspectorate's investigation and Officer Phillips' affidavit? What is that? Is that a different kind of inspection or investigation? What is it?
He is investigating service delivery complaint.
Yes. So they say.
He's not investigating corruption as alleged by the complainant. He's not investigating fraud. He's not investigating nepotism. He's investigating why this docket, and Chair, if I can make an example with my experience as a police officer, I'm hearing that the information it's about this case were registered 2 days. It is wrong not to allocate a docket for 2 days because the SAPS regulations, every new docket must have a 24-hour inspection. So it is wrong that you open a case, you receive a case number on your cell phone message, and for 2 days is not allocated. It's wrong. It's definitely need Inspectorate to investigate why this docket took 2 days to get allocated. Those are their functions in Inspectorate.
Now, they look at they look inside, they look into the dockets, isn't it? They look into the dockets, and at the end of that inspection, investigation process, they find that the content of the docket is too scanty and too vague for, it doesn't disclose a crime. Even a common law crime like the complaint that relates to theft and fraud, nepotism, let alone outright corruption. You haven't looked at, you can't even argue about it because you haven't looked into the docket. Now, your complaint to Idac has resulted in the head of our crime intelligence and others being arrested. That is the upshot of your complaint to Idac, isn't it? Obviously, you're not responsible. Well, you are, because you referred the matter, you've got to take responsibility. But you will say, well, you referred it to Idac, they had to do their job, they had to do the investigations, and they're the ones who arrested him and had him charged. But it started with your referral, which I want to submit to you in conclusion on this point, to be entirely inappropriate. That's putting it mildly.
Chair, as senior counsel is concluded in this matter, let me also conclude by saying I've done nothing wrong in me referring that matter to Idac.
So,
Sorry, Chair, just clarity. I recall when the head of Idac was here, she said that there's a process that gets followed in terms of reporting corruption to Idac that you need to complete. Was it a section 27 or something?
27 years.
A section 27 needs to be sent. So who, when you referred this matter to Idac, who then completes the section 27? Is it the complainant or is it yourself?
The complainant will be the best person to give affidavit because he will know what is he complaining about. What I did here is to refer the matter that we've received something like this, but there's the details of the complainant. You can consider looking into the matter.
So you would then think that Idac prompted the complainant to complete the section
Yes,
27,
yes,
and that's why it was acted on.
yes. I would have assumed that.
Honorable Nomvalo.
I was just waiting.
Yeah, no, I want to check with you, Mr. Nkabinde, if after the referral that you forwarded to Idac, you were able to then make a follow-up in terms of progress, or you just ended by sending a referral and allowed Idac to deal with the matter further? What happened after you submitted the referral? Did you make a follow-up to check progress?
Chair, referral to Idac, we are not expecting any form of feedback because they are reporting to another minister. So we just leave them as independent and they should be we don't make even any follow-up. Even in this case, I don't even know what happened after that.
So you don't even know if ultimately the claimant, I mean the complainant was called by IDEC to file an affidavit.
Yes, I don't even know.
You don't even know
now, yes.
what transpired.
Yes.
Okay.
But from my side, I was safe because I have proof that I never sit in the complaint I referred.
Okay, no, it's fine. Thank you.
Honorable Matthias.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, just for clarity, the minister, did the minister instruct you to refer the complaint to IDEC? Or you just took it upon yourself to refer it to IDEC? Just clarity.
Chair, in respect of this matter or this complaint, every complaint, we run it through the minister. Because
Okay, so the
then
minister, we're
once-
just asking you,
once
the
we-
minister ask you to, the
then
minister?
the minister, yes, said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, refer to IDEC."
Okay, do you know whether the minister engaged the justice minister about it or the head of the NPA? That they are expected to receive a complaint?
No, no.
And then in your communication with Honorable Adams, did he indicate that he wanted the matter to go to IDEC?
No, in his email, he just said independent board. We used our discretion.
Thank you.
Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. When you say we are going to use our own discretion, are you saying, are you with other people?
With minister.
No. On this matter, the one you said that you refer matters to the National Commission, am I right?
Yes.
But besides this one in particular of Honorable Adams, you took your own decision to refer it to IDEC, am I right?
No, I'm saying every complaint, you don't refer anything without present it to the minister.
Yeah,
Then the
I'm
minister
saying-
will then advise that send this to IPID, send this to Hawks, send this to IDEC.
Yeah, I'm saying to you, remember what the Honorable Matei said to you, and you said yourself that besides this one, why are you saying besides this one?
I was trying to give her a standard practice.
Now, on this one, there was no standard practice.
This one also follow the standard practice
No.
that any complaints I run through the minister first, because those people are writing to the minister, in fact, not to me.
Understand that?
Yes.
But you said this is the only complaint which you referred to IDEC, am I right? If I heard you well.
Yes, since I joined, with all my referrals, this is the only complaint I have referred to IDEC.
Why was this one in particular special to be sent to IDEC?
Because it has an indication that a complainant is not having any confidence with the National Commissioner.
Now,
And on top of that, besides even that, he requested that his cases can it be investigated by an independent body.
Chair, it will come at a later stage, Mr. Nkabinde. That's not the only case, but thank you.
Can I check if we still have further questions? Clarity seeking. Okay, let's see. How much more time do you need to conclude?
I don't know, Chair. If I can get a clear run, I can finish sooner. But I would suspect about 20 minutes, half an hour.
You need 20 minutes to half an hour. Is that what you are saying? Let's see. You say you need 20 minutes to have an hour.
20 to 30 minutes.
I'm giving you 40 minutes. You are going to have I give you a home run. You run uninterrupted.
Can I bet a bit longer?
Yeah.
Sure, I would do honestly.